morning. Okay, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this Labor Day weekend, like this holiday. Thank you for spending your Monday evening with us and investing in yourself and into your business. We just love to pour into you, and I just want to thank you for taking the time to join us on this call. If you're watching the replay, we are so excited you're watching the replay too. Like, thank you so much. And I am really excited to kind of train on this call this evening on a topic that I love. And it just seems to like kind of flow and come naturally for me. And when we were talking about like what topics to do, Alice was like, you have to train on this because you just don't do it so good. And I'm like, okay. So it was fun. But I'm gonna pull up my screen because I did a little bit of a slideshow to help keep me on track. There we go. All right. So just welcome to the call. My name is Jenny Field. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I got really excited in the beginning, but my name is Jenny Field, in case you don't know who I am. And welcome to our Team Fireball call this evening. I have a couple announcements. We always like to congratulate our new distributors who have gotten new enrollments for the last week. So that's whether you got a new customer, whether you got a new distributor on your team. So Alice Beretta, congratulations. Sunshine Diaz, congratulations. Genevieve Keller, I hope I said your name right. Congratulations. And Rachel Davis, congratulations, you guys. This is huge. We say this every single week, but this is really just what keeps our business going. And, we want to congratulate you guys on just getting out there, putting one foot in front of the other. And when we get new customers, when we get new distributors that join us, it really is exciting. So we always want to congratulate those that got new customers last week. All right, a couple more announcements I just want to talk about because it's getting so close is our global training convention that is in October. So the dates for that are October 7th through the 9th, and it is in Salt Lake City, Utah. So for us here in Nevada, it is really, really close. I'm going to be driving, and I won't tell you my driving schedule because it's a little bit crazy. But anyways, it's close enough that I can drive. It's about 8 hours. And those of you over in Georgia, you're going to have to fly. But for us to be able to meet up there and have a couple days together as a team is huge. It just puts so much belief inside of us. And when we can meet together like that, I really do feel like it helps grow our business. If you can't be in person, that is okay. It is limited seating. So we only have 2,500 seats available to be in person. So they're offering a virtual ticket. So if you can't attend in person, or if you just don't feel comfortable to attend in person, you can go ahead and get that virtual ticket. And you can also come if you want to. I think Alice was going to do that. I don't know. She was like, I think I'm going to buy the virtual ticket and just like watch it in my hotel room in Salt Lake City and get away from my family. I think that's a great idea because then you can just wear your pajamas all day. But either way, get plugged in with Global Convention. I know there's going to be some amazing speakers there, and I'm sure they're going to roll out some fun product, I'm sure. Okay, the next little bit of announcements, and before we get into our training tonight, is they just, I don't know if they've launched it, but they're talking about it. So this is like the pre-launch of the very next incentive trip that they're going to offer. So we just had the last incentive trip where everybody went to Cabo who earned it. And I heard it was amazing. But this is a new incentive trip. We do not know where we're going yet, and we do not know the dates. but that will be shared at Global. But right now, for the month of September, we have a chance to earn some points to get towards that incentive trip. And so it's just all about selling product, talking to people, introducing them to our amazing products. I love this new combination that they came out with the NRF2 and the Axio combo. It's called the Activation and Energy Stack. This is like a huge step into LifeVantage, into the door of LifeVantage, because one, they're utilizing our flagship product, but two, they're utilizing our Axio energy drinks that we have found are really undersold. Not a lot of current customers even know of Axio or use Axio, which I was totally mind blown when I heard that, because I use that every single day, like 2 or 3 times a day. It helps me so much. So this combo is huge. So you can sell this combo to a new customer, an existing customer, and get a point towards the incentive trip. Also, if you have a new distributor that comes on and you sell an enrollment pack, the silver, gold, platinum, I think I have a couple different packs now. I'm going to have to read up on the new packs. Anyways, if you sell a pack, you will earn triple the points, which that is so cool. So September 1st through 30th is this little qualification period to start earning points for this incentive trip. All right, now into the meat of the call, which is just, I think, social media. Everybody's on social media these days, and I think it is a really good platform for us to be able to share our stories, and get the word out there of what LifeVantage is, what Protandim is, what Axio is, in a really fun and creative way. So I'm going to talk about social media sharing tonight, and specifically I'm going to talk about stories. So in Instagram and Facebook, there are these things called stories, and they're at the top of like your normal news feed that you get of everybody's just kind of regular posts. There are these stories that you can click through and scroll through. And I think so many more people look at stories now rather than scrolling through Facebook posts, because they can be engaging and they can be fun. And so I want to talk to you guys about how to put stories up on your social media platforms, and then how to make them fun and exciting. One thing that you want to keep in mind is you don't want them too short, but you don't want them too long. So if I come to somebody's story after about the 5th or 6th slide, I kind of get disengaged with what they're doing or what they're talking about. And so then I'll just swipe it and just move on to the next person. So think about keeping your stories kind of in that 5 to 7 slides. One, you're going to keep people engaged and watching all the way through to the end of your story. And you kind of want to do it in a story format. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a minute. But keep it fun, keep it engaging, be yourself and be authentic. That is really what I think sells more on social media, is you being authentic and yourself. And Carol has put some incredible posts up lately that are just really Carol. And I read through them and I'm like, this is I can hear her voice as I'm reading through her posts. You guys know what I mean when that happens? So just be yourself, because if you put something up on, whether it's a post or a story, and it doesn't sound like it's coming from you, people are just going to keep swiping by and they're just going to not even pay attention to it. Also use the call to action tabs that are available in our stories. And so when you actually click to make a story, there up at the top, it gives you different options. You can either write text, you can put like different GIFs in there. There's questions that you can like fill in to have people like respond back and forth to you. So use those, utilize those, because you want to be engaging back and forth with the people that are going through your stories. So always use a call to action in your stories. Here's a couple of slides. So the previous slide, sorry, I should have talked about that before I went on. Actually, I'll go back. I always like to kind of start my slide with like myself, because people want to know you, they trust you, and they like you. So I always like to put something up that is about, like, it shows me, whether it's a picture of me or whether it's me actually like talking and making a video, so that people see my presence on there, not just a bunch of pictures and words and, you know, different things like that. So these are just a few examples of a story that I put up the other day on my social media platforms. And then I kind of went through and made a story. So you always want to have like a beginning, a middle, and an end to your story. So, you know, you're kind of introducing, you're talking about, you know, maybe yourself, what you're doing, and then I think Allison dropped off. Hopefully I'm still recording. Is everybody okay to hear me? I just got a text message. Okay, awesome. Uh-oh. Maybe having a little bit of difficulties. I'm saying that it's okay on my end, so hopefully it's recording okay. And Carol's nodding her head like she's hearing me okay. Okay, so when I create these stories, I just want to kind of engage and have little bits and pieces of things where it's not too overwhelming on one slide, but gets enough information out so that people know like what I'm talking about. Because we have incredible products, but there's a lot of information that goes with our products as well. So try to like give really good like bullet points, good information that will capture people's attention, and think about using that beginning, middle, and end, kind of like you would be writing a book. This is kind of how I ended the story with the slides that I did the other day. Is I put a call to action, you know, do you want more details? And when you do those things, it's really good to make both kind of tabs that the people would click on positive. So you never really want to put like, do you want more details, yes or no? Like, you don't want people clicking like no. You want them to either say like, give me more information, or yes, I'm interested. So I tend to use kind of words like that, like absolutely, or give me more detail. Try to stay away from like using the, you know, response of no, or no thank you, or I'm not interested, just because we don't want that negative feedback. So always try to put something positive on both of those. This is called a poll. So when it's gives you two options, it's called a poll on your stories. So give them options to either click like one or the other in a more positive response. And you can always add music. Up in the top, there's just the music symbol up there, and there's so many songs you can choose from that are fun. And I think that really will help draw people in. But a lot of times people watch, listen, or go through stories with their sound off. So you have to keep that in mind too. A lot of people are maybe busy, or they're sitting in a crowded area when they're looking through their social media. So making sure you have text in there that explains what your story is talking about is very helpful, because the majority of people will sit and watch your stories with the sound off. So think about that. There's also a spot in there that it's like a dialogue. So if you are talking in a video, the dialogue will come up and show on the screen, and tell what you're saying. So that's a great option to do as well. So that's just a little bit of a story that I put on Facebook last week, and I did get quite a bit engagement from it, and people, curious of what it was or what it was doing. So just have fun with it, try it out, and then know that your stories can be linked together. So Instagram and Facebook work really well together, and if you go into your Instagram settings, you can link your Facebook together to it. And so when you're going in to either make a post or make a story, all you have to do is do it in Instagram, and then it automatically posts to Instagram and Facebook. If you want to go the route of having both, if you just have one or the other, totally fine, but know that you can link the two accounts, and then you would only have to post into Instagram, and it would go into Facebook automatically. If you guys need help trying to figure out how to do that, reach out, let me know. I'm more than happy to help walk you through that. Okay, we're going to go on to what are called Reels, and Reels are like videos, these little videos on Instagram. This is only on Instagram. So if you only use Facebook, you're not gonna really know what I'm talking about, but Reels can be a lot of fun. And they're like these short little 30 to 60-second videos that you can input photos and videos from your camera roll into a reel. And then it is almost like this little teeny short story that kind of compiles all together. And then it gets posted into your actual feed. So then it's there and it's visible forever, unless you wanted to go delete it, where stories disappear within 24 hours. So these reels are fun because you could like make a video of you mixing up an Axio, or taking your daily wellness as like a little shot and talk about like, this is your morning shot or something like that. Like have fun with it. And then you can put like words in there, you can put pictures in there. It has the same effects that your Instagram stories have in there. To be able to like put the wording in there, put a call to action, and things like that. The other really cool thing about Reels, if you're okay with it, is that it goes out to everybody. So even if you only have a specific friends list, people that follow you on Instagram, when you make a reel, it makes it public. And so it goes out to everybody. So it's really good to put some hashtags in there, because you can hashtag, I mean, anything like the little yellow activator. You could hashtag energy, you could hashtag all kinds of fun things. And then it puts it in that hashtag. So if people are going and searching different hashtags, your reel is going to come up and show them. So I don't know, check out Reels, they're fun. I don't do a lot of them. I need to start doing more Reels, but I do quite a bit of stories. just a little bit of like information about posting into social medias. I talked about it a little bit about being authentic, being you, but think about the 80-20 rule. Make sure that 80% of your content is about you, about like your personal life, things that you love to do, your family, different things like that. And then 20% about your business. So when we're posting into Instagram or social media or Facebook on like our regular news feed, we want to keep this 80-20 rule in mind so that we're not just clogging our actual news feed with everything about our business, products, selling, what have you. It wants make it about you, make it about, what you're doing and personal to you. But stories are a little bit different because they are only available in like 24 hours and then they go away. You can kind of break that rule. Honestly, you can really kind of break that rule. So I post in my stories quite a bit about my business, about the products. One, because people are flipping through them so quickly, but two, because they go away in about 24 hours. And then we also want to make sure that like when we're posting in our news feed, we don't like give everything away just because it does stay on there forever. We just don't want to give everything away. We want to create that engagement. We want to create people asking us questions and that sort of thing. So hold on, I'm moving this chat out of the way. I was just pulled it up. Oh, Sunshine asked a question, so I'm going to answer this really quick. Would you say to add one every day or wait for a day or two? And that's a really good question, Sunshine. There's really no rule. There really is no rule. Do what feels good and comfortable to you. So for me, there's days that I will post several in a day, like in a row every single day. And then I might get busy or life gets crazy. And then I don't post for a couple days. It really is like, for me, how I kind of post on my stories. If something comes to mind and I'm like, oh, I really want to get this information out, I'll just do it like right then and there. I just like find some pictures in my camera roll. I have like thousands of pictures in my camera roll. And I'll just go and create a story like really quick. Don't spend a lot of time on it, honestly. Just because you can like talk yourself out of it, or you can get too detailed. Make it quick, make it fun, and just do it quick. So really whatever you want to do. If you want to do one every single day, go for it. If you skip a day here and there, no big deal. If you want to post a story about just your family one day, do it. Like there's really no rule for that. Okay, perfect. There was a couple chat. I wanted to like make sure I answered all those questions. All right, moving on. That was the end of the slideshow. Let me close out. Okay, you guys. Stop. Share. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Does anybody have any questions? We've got like 5 minutes left in the call. So I wanted to open it up and see if anybody had any questions, and I'd be happy to answer.
Hey, I don't have any questions, but I wanted to comment on what you just said about doing several at a time. And I really like that. I've noticed when you post like 2 or 3 in a row, the first one catches my attention. The second one, I'm like, oh, give me more information. It's almost like you're flipping the pages of a book and you want to see what's on the next one. And so I don't know why, I just feel like it catches my attention when there's more than one. Like the first one piques my attention. The second one gives me a little more information. And then the third one, you do like a where you choose, you're able to answer the question that you posed. And so I don't know, I like that when you do several in a row. I feel like that is more effective.
Thanks. I appreciate that feedback. That's really good to know. And I think that that's really good. You know, like I wanted to mention too, you guys, when any of us or you see other, you know, distributors posting stories in there, you know, like ask them, hey, can I utilize that content? Like that was great content. And I mean, I'm always happy to share like my stories with you. I will text them to you. You can screenshot them and reshare them on your stories. But we're all like this huge, big team together that are, you know, have the same purpose and the end result in mind. And if you see a story on somebody else's page, ask them if you can utilize it. Like, hey, can I screenshot that and share it too? Because, you know, there's tons of amazing content out there. And it's great. Like a lot of this, you know, Rachel Pekarik had shared on one of her stories. And so utilize other people's content that people are putting on it, Facebook or Instagram as well.
This was just an observation for me. So I put a post on today about the smoke and that my horses, I found something on PubMed.gov, and it talked about exposing mice to smoke and Nrf2, and it was so complicated, only Christy could probably understand it, but I figured it was positive, so I put the link into my post. But Janae made a comment on my post, and I felt like that's really reinforcing. If you post something, if somebody, I know this is not the story, but even on a post, if somebody, for example, if Alice mentioned something because she's an equine vet, she said, I'm an equine vet. I think those kind of things really pique people's interest because they look and go, oh, wow, this isn't just Carol saying something. Somebody else is saying, yeah, this is awesome. So I always try, if I see somebody's post, to put something on there just to reinforce their post. I know you can't really do that on the story, but on a post, I try and put something, I try and make a comment because I feel like it reinforces whoever's put the post up information.
You are so right, Carol. It edifies what you're talking about. And I think that we all can do that for each other. And don't feel like, oh, I'm going to post on here and then it's going to take away from Carol. No, you're just edifying what Carol has said and has put in that post. Plus, it also boosts your post. So anytime somebody makes a comment on your post that you make, it actually pushes your post to the top of the feed again and exposes it to more of your friends on your friends list. So it's really good for us to engage in each other's content on social media for that purpose, because it's giving you more exposure to your friends lists. And it's the same when we do lives on Facebook. The more comments and the more engagements that we get inside that comment section, the more it posts and ups it into more people to visibly see your content and what you put out there. So that is huge.
Hey, can I just say something real quick?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, this is a great topic. And, you know, I have to say, I have not had a whole lot of time, like outside of the last week or so, to be on social media much. And so I 100% agree with Carol in support that the whole third party validation when posts are happening and supporting each other. So can I just ask you guys, and anybody on the team, please, if so, let's all do this for each other. If you post something, reach out, especially if it's something like, hey, I just did this. Could you go on there and give some love to this post and maybe just say something? Because honestly, I miss so much. So I would love to support, but I also there's only so much time in a day that I scroll, and the way the algorithm is, I may never see your post, Carol. I don't. Your posts never show up on my feed. So I literally have to go through, and look for people if I'm going to do that. And I don't spend that much time on social media. So I just want you guys to know too, that I'm here totally to support every single person on this team. If you need, if you post something, shoot a text out. And text is the best way for me. And just say, hey, I just posted, go on there. Can you give some input? Can you give some love? I would love to do that. Because I definitely want to support you guys, but I just know time is valuable, and like some of us, we don't have time to go and scroll. But I just want to make the best use of that. So Carol, I'm gonna have to go start looking at your posts because I hear they're awesome right now. I saw the one where you got like super vulnerable, and I was like, oh my God, I want to be like Carol.
But this one's
But
about
no.
smoke, because we have so much smoke. So I posted a picture of my mare in fall and said how I hated to look out and see them in the smoke, and realized that they weren't coughing. They didn't seem stressed, and that I'd done a lot of research on the Nerve2 they're taking every day. And so as a vet, even if you said as a small animal vet, this is not just for horses, it's for dogs, this product really will help. I know you guys on the West Coast are suffering with a lot of smoke. That would mean the world to me, because I have a lot of animal friends. And so Janae posted something about it, which was really cool. And the same if Alice posted on it would be awesome, because I believe I have so many horse friends. I'm sure a lot of us right now, and Jenny knows, because they aren't rodeoing because we can't exercise horses. It's awful. And so I found this, like I said, this article. I was doing some research, and I specifically said the company that produces this did not do the study because they tested on mice, and people are. So I wanted to be sure people knew we don't test on animals. But I'm sure it's a really positive post. It's so complicated, but I figured at least if people saw it, it would, that there was a government, PubMed.gov study, it would kind of get their brains going. But if somebody said as a small animal vet or as a large animal vet, I think that really resonates with people. So I would love, love, love it if you guys would say something on my post. It would be awesome.
I will do it right now as soon as we get off the call.
You're the best.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Does anybody have any more questions? We are just a little past the half an hour mark. And if not, then I think we'll end out the call right there. Nope. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on tonight's call. And everybody have a good rest of your week. Well, beginning of the week. It's like the beginning of the week. My whole week's been, I don't know what day it is right now. But I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you all next Monday.
Thanks.